Rennie goal call. I thought that was pretty good.
I watched all the goals. I'm trying to remember that one.
Yeah. Did you hear the Mike Tyson's punch-out thing?
I didn't.
I'll find it. I know where it is. So yeah.
I didn't hear that. I watched the goals and I was looking at some of it, but I didn't have time to watch it.
Yeah. So yeah. Hold on a second. Pop these on. Good afternoon. Ready to play soccer game here at Nova Classical Academy here in St. Paul. Another warm day. October 3rd. It's my car said 87 degrees, but definitely in the 80s. The breeze has picked up here. We'll have a really stiff wind going right to left here as you view it on the stream here. So real aggressive gusty wind. Still feels nice here. Doesn't look like there's going to be any rain. Nova Classical Academy this year. 2 wins, 9 losses, 3 ties. 1-4 and 1 in the section, or in the conference, Skyline Conference record. Maranatha Christian Academy comes into this game with 8 wins, 5 losses, and 2-4 conference record. They came off Hope Academy win from Saturday at Prairie Field, 4-0. Hopefully they can build on that and play a real good game today. Nova, despite their record, has been actually a very competitive team. Just kind of reviewing their games here. They've tied 3 different times. And they've had 1-goal losses on 3 games. So if they win a tie game, maybe tie the other one, they probably have 4 or 5 wins, and things are a little bit different for them. One interesting thing to note here, we're at Nova Classical Academy home field here. It's very, very small, especially when we talk about high school fields go. So it's definitely a shorter field. Sometimes we'll play on fields that are like a football field, 100, 110 yards long. And not that they're 60 yards wide, but they could be that long. But this one, I have a hard time thinking it's 30 yards wide. But, so yes, we're looking like this field's looking maybe 80 yards long, maybe 90 by 35, 40 yards. So it's pretty tight conditions here, so passing will be at a premium. Keep the defenders in the middle, and the goalies better be awake, because players at the half line could definitely easily get to the goal, especially shooting from right to left as you look at it on your screen. With the wind at their back, actually might be a slight advantage to be kicking into the wind a little bit, because you won't have to make that adjustment because the field's so small. Reviewing the Skyline Conference records, St. Croix Prep 6-0, Crystal Ray is 5-1, St. Agnes 4-2, St. Croix Lutheran 4-3, Trinity 3-2, Maranatha, like I said earlier, 2-4. New Life Academy 1-4-1, Nova Classical 1-4-1, and Concordia Academy at the bottom. We look at common opponents. Nova beat Concordia 4-1. Maranatha beat them 8-2. St. Croix Lutheran, both teams lost to that team 2-1. Crystal Ray, Maranatha lost 1-0, and Nova lost 7-3. New Life Academy, Nova tied them 2-2, while the Mustangs lost 4-1. St. Agnes beat up on Nova 6-1, and Maranatha beat St. Agnes by 1. And those would be the common opponents. Mustangs will have 2 games left in the season here, Thursday and Friday, and Nova will finish up their schedule against St. Croix Prep. do believe the Nova Classical Academy are the Spartans. Or nope, they're the Knights. There we go. Found the logo sign. Nova Classical Academy Knights against the Maranatha Christian Academy Mustangs. And we welcome you today, the voice of Mustang Soccer, Paul Bennett, and our cameraman, Mark Johnson, and our producer and do anything for the coach, Katie Brink, and Coach Belani over there is looking very comfortable in his nice chair that Katie provided today. Not a lot of room on the sideline here, so I'll be very careful. Hopefully I don't take a soccer ball anywhere near the head, so we'll just keep an eye on here. Mustangs break there. Kind of an interesting, the goalie, Grant Bennett's got a baseball cap on. Probably help him with the sun, and it's probably the coach's hat, because I was looking over at the coach wondering what looked so different for him. But give the thumbs up sign to each of the goalies here, and we're ready to go. Knights kick it back, and West kicks it up. Trying to find number 20. That'd be Peklo, and it's going to be out of play. Be a throw in for Maranatha. Looks like West sustained probably a broken pinky or ring finger. It's pretty much wrapped up. I was wondering if he was going to give it a go, and he's out there. So throwing the Knights, looking for teammates here, finding a couple steps there. Toma in the way. Toma kicks it by a Knights player, and Toma back with it. Back to Mueller. Number 5, we'll call him Techie. First arm, going to be Tiki. Ball in the box here, and Rennie clears it. Got a stiff wind in the face of the Maranatha team, so they probably want to keep the ball on the floor and look for teammates here in this first half. West gliding through, outside to Sheridan. Sheridan looking into the middle, trying to find a teammate, and off the Rennie's hip, and his brother Rennie cleared it. And Penniman off his head, it's out of bounds. We got a throw in for Maranatha. Quickly up with it is Rennie. You could see that wind right there. It kind of made a knuckleball. And Penniman kicks it out. That'll be a corner kick here for Maranatha. Gonna have to have a lot of ball retrievers here as that ball cleared the fence line here. I know when I used to be a spectator, I'd spend half the time helping out and getting those balls, as a lot of them found their way onto the street, down the block. I don't know if you can hear that, but we got a nice little wind here, and here comes Dimitrov on the corner kick. He just leaves it on the floor. Nice idea. It's bouncing around. Rennie gets it on his foot, and then off the foot of Penniman. But we'll get a throw in for Maranatha. That ball was dangerously in the box. Nobody was making any plays on there, and Rennie will throw it in. Rennie inside the box. Defender, Vital at the header. West with the header. Rennie off his chest. Gets it to Dimitrov. He tries to make a shot, and Penniman gets in the way. Bartolomeus gets in the way there. Slide tackle Rennie, and they're going to give that one to the Knights. Throw in. Peklo with the throw in, and it went off his teammate West, and now the Mustangs will get a throw in. And we got Jaden Rennie on the throw in here. Surveying the field down in the corner, trying to find Bartolomeos, and either it missed his head and out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the Knights. Goalie Marcos Odegaard, senior goalie, wearing number 0 in the bright green. Nice little kick up there, and he found his fellow goalie on the other team, Grant Bennett, picks it up. Didn't even look like he kicked it that hard, but with that stiff breeze behind him, he's going to do that. Grant with the low line drive, trying to find Bartolomeus, and he does. Dimitrov with the header, moving up. Bartolomeus trying to settle it. Goalie with the save there. And then kicked out. Should be a throw-in for the Mustangs. Good chance there. Batal was in the box there. Bartolomeus making a play, and Rennie on the throw-in. Headed off by Batal, and Odegaard picks it up. Odegaard looking around. Little pooch punt here. Penniman or Sheraton. Back to the defender. Into the middle here to Key, and then Sheraton can connect with Sheraton as we'll get a throw on here for the Mustangs. Good ball movement there. Ben Christensen on the throw-in for the Mustangs. Bounced around Batal. Batal far side to Bartolomeos. He'll settle it. Waiting for teammates. He's going to try to go 2-on-1, then kicked out. And we'll get a throw-in for the Mustangs. Rennie throws it in. Off West. West kicks it far. It's just going to keep on bouncing. We'll see what Bennett does. He'll knock it down. Bennett to line up this punt. Little low line driver, and see if it stays in play. It does. That was a really nice punt. Bartolomeus back to Rennie. Rennie one touch back, but West there to get it over. And then Bowers to Dimitrov. To Batal, centered in the middle here. Toma got to it first with the one touch to West. Sheraton to West, and then kicked around and found Takai off his foot there. Ty, his first name. Kicked it up, and Sheraton couldn't keep it in play. We got to throw in here for the Mustangs. I have to say some of these first names. These last names are a lot of syllables, and now we got to throw in off Batal there. And a throw in for the Knights. Ty on the throw in, first name. Off West to Toma. Here's Johnson with the kickback here. West with it. West kicks it up. Ball is going to find its way past the goal and be a goal kick for Maranatha. Got our first sub, Rydberg, coming in for Sheraton. Maybe Rydberg. A lot of seniors on this Knight team. I'm counting 9 seniors for sure, might be 10. So a very senior-laden team by the Knights. Dimitrov here on his foot after Rennie redirects it. Trying to find Bartolomeus, and he's going to try to hustle in the corner. He won't get there, and it'll be a goal kick for the Knights. Odegaard. And he plays it on the floor here, and Ty with it. A lot of space, finds a teammate, and then off to West. Caleb Johnson in the middle there, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Knights. West with one hand done there. Rennie kicks it, looking for a dangerous kick there, but not quite to happen. And Knights kick it out, throw in Maranatha. Rennie with the throw in. Dimitrov with the whiff. And then it's kicked back. We'll probably have the same throw in, maybe a few yards up the line. And here he comes. It's like throwing a knuckleball. Batal does get his head on it. And the Knights hit it out. It'll be a throw in for the Mustangs. Grayson Rennie will hustle up and throw it in again. 3 times the charm here. See what he does here. Gets it into the box. Finds Dimitrov off his foot. Kicked out by a defender and then brought up. Tabrizi with it. Gets by Bowers. Bowers competing there, and we're going to give it to the Knights. Bowers with the tap. Nice little quick throw in here. And like I said, that wind is fierce. To Key. Off his foot, over the net. And a goal kick here for the Mustangs. Not much for any shots on goal here. Team's just trying to figure out this wind and figure out what's available out there between what the defense is giving them. Grant with the little low line driver. West gets his head on it. Bowers kicks it up. That'll be a throw in for the Knights. That's Pecklow on the throw in. Finds Bowers' head, and let's run this back about 10 yards closer to the Pecklow throws it in. Bowers heads it off. And Grant Bennett over there to knock it down. He'll give himself a punt opportunity as the winds have just picked up immensely here. And you could see that in Grant's punt, but still well past half there. Natoma, nice little header, keeps it, now kicks it in the middle. Rennie with the header. He's going to find Pecklow, though. Pecklow gets his foot on it. Then Dimitrov has it. Dimitrov with the shot, but ooh, nice defensive play there by Penniman. Penniman in a good spot to help out his goalie, as Dimitrov had a shot there. Couldn't quite get there. We'll have a throw in for the Mustangs. Rennie here with the throw in. West with the header. Rennie with the header. Dimitrov on his foot. He's going to try to find some space and then kicked away by Owens. Should be another throw-in for the Mustangs, and it will be. Christensen running down this one. Give Grayson a little break. He throws it in there. It's Owens with the header. Atoma, nice little header in the middle. West gets his foot on it, tips it up, then Mueller attacks it and knocks it down. Bowers left-handed boot into the box. Nice little chip shot there. Couldn't find Vital. And Odegaard comes and picks it up. Nice little play by Bowers there. Kicked it right into the middle there. A good spot for it. Nice punt by Odegaard. Let's see what happens on this bounce here. Good play by goalie Grant Bennett. Waiting for that bounce to come up. He could have ran up and easily that ball could go over his head. Smart play by the goalie. And then low line drive kick. West knocks it down on the head. Back to West. West finds a teammate on the right. They're coming down here. See if he can get it in the middle, and he does. But right at the goalie, Grant gobbles it up. Gently lands on it. Buy himself a little bit of time here. I think Maranatha here in the first half, obviously they're going to try to score a goal, but I think with the wind in their face, they're going to be okay with just playing solid defense. West back to teammate, Ty off, and Mueller attacks it, hits to the middle here. Owens chips it up, and Rennie clears it out. See if he can find somebody. Ooh, Perriman almost whiffed on that. Vital had been in a little different spot, might have taken advantage of Pecklow. Johnson still with it. Johnson, one move, can't quite get there. Good idea. And kicked out by Ty, and we'll get a throw in. Johnson with a real good chance there. A couple tips there, and one more, and might have been on his way to a breakaway. Grayson Rennie here on the throw-in for the Mustangs. Inside the box, nice little push there by 19 for the Knights, and the goalie just picks it up as Vital is not able to redirect it. Odegaard, big punt. I don't know if that's going to stay in play here. It's going to bounce and find its way out of bounds. Ben Christensen throws it in for the Mustangs. Keeps it in play. Didn't look like that was going to stay in either. Swin. Johnson boots it up. Penniman back to his goalie. Odegaard. Odegaard hits it up. Christensen heads it back. Rennie around a Knight player, but West fights him off and retains possession. Finds a teammate, and then it's kicked out. And Throw in for the Mustangs. Christensen quickly up with it, throws it up. Peklo with his head on it. Back to Key, back over to Owens. To Key with the left foot, trying to find right guard, right Berg. Mueller with a little chipper there, kind of a dangerous play there, but Rennie to the rescue, and that's going to be a tough one for number 9, Omid Tabrizi, to get to, and Grant Bennett gobbles it up, and he'll have another punt here. Blast one pretty high. Perriman kind of misplayed that one off Batal's shoulder, and then Penniman kicks it out of bounds, and we got a throw in. Grayson Rennie will come up and throw it in here for the Maranatha Mustangs. Rennie inside the box, finds Dimitrov. It's a good spot for him. Dimitrov with a nice little kick, and Odegaard makes a nice play. If that wind wouldn't have helped out, that would have been a definite goal, but the wind knocked that shot by Dimitrov down, and Odegaard gets a couple hands on it, knocks it down, gobbles it up. Good shot by Dimitrov. He was set up real nice with the throw-in by Rennie. Big punt again. Christensen kind of fans on it, and we got a bouncing ball, and Bennett grabs it on the second bounce. A little bit dangerous when that ball is not being played by anybody. Batal in the middle here. Atoma with it, trying to one touch to Dimitrov. Dimitrov gets his foot in there, but that won't work. And now Atoma knocks it back. Penniman trying to shield, and he doesn't quite do it. Batal with a nice chip in there, and that's going to be a corner kick for the Mustangs. Mustangs here with some good sustained offensive possessions here. A couple good shots, a couple good chances, and now we got another corner kick. See what Dimitrov does this time. Last time he put it on the floor. Ball almost got all the way through. Rennie had his foot on it, so we'll see what they do this time. Now we're going to do the ring around the Rosie, and the Knights are a little more interested in playing around with that. Dimitrov, nice kick, but with the wind and the short field, I don't even know if he can kick it any softer than that, but Rennie gets it. Batal now in the box. One touch to Johnson. Johnson can't gather it, and then Mueller will be out here. See what Mueller does. Got some time. Waited on it, and then kicks it off the side of his foot. And it'll be a throw-in here for the Knights. And Caleb is coming in for Evanson. Ty on the throw-in. That's his first name. Mueller, nice header. Rennie. Back to the middle, Dimitrov to Bartolomeus. See who can track this down. Peklo there. Bartolomeus cuts the corner, but Peklo with some good defense, and then he just kicks it out. So it'll be a throw-in for Maranatha. Jojo with almost a brilliant play. Peklo just was in the way enough. Rennie inside the box to Batal off his foot. And a Knights defender picks it up. Then we got Owens kicking it up to Taki. Taki's gonna find a defender, Mustang defender, and then up to Dimitrov. Dimitrov to Atoma. Atoma back to Dimitrov. He tries to one touch it to Batal, and then Penniman with a nice header, and he's gonna kick it out. And we'll have a throw-in for Maranatha. Christensen on the throw-in. He's going to throw it in the box. Penniman off his body, and another throw-in for the Mustangs. Got a number of ball chasers outside the fence here, just helping us out. And actually they're going to call a foul. So it's actually going to be a free kick here, and Dimitrov's probably going to ask for a count off. Here, let's get him back. Dimitrov looking to see what he wants to do with this. So this will be a free kick. Not sure what the call was here. Maybe a grab or a hold before the throw-in. Dimitrov right at the goalie. Looked like a pretty easy shot, but even the goalie kind of had to turn a little bit. Another chance for the Mustangs, but nothing's going in. And low line drive punt gets all the way through, and Grant Bennett's got to stay on his game today, because that ball is, even though it's on the other side of the field, could find him real quick. His punt, very good. Penniman, nice header. And then Christensen tried to head it, but over the top of him. Mueller, nice job to get his leg on it, and then he just kicks it away, and it'll be a throw-in. Peklo on it for the Knights. Peklo trying to find number 9, Omed Tabrizi, and again, the ball just simply rolls to the goalie. With this wind and turf field, there's not much to do that, to stop the ball. Batal here, being real competitive here, and knock it down. He's got some Peklo on him. Peklo playing very good defense, very, very annoying, I would call him, but very effective. Caleb Johnson trying to get in the mix there, but no call. Peklo again tips it away, finds Owens. Owens finds a Mustang Rennie, and then off the foot of Batal. Batal tries a one touch it to Bartolomeos, and Peklo with it. And then Bartolomeos kicks it up, and then on the foot of Dimitrov. Dimitrov on the floor. And across, but unfortunately nobody home to clean that up. With a small field like this, these players should definitely stay in their areas. They don't need to bunch up on that side. I'm not saying Atomo is in the wrong spot, but since he is the right mid, probably could have been a little bit farther and maybe had a chance to redirect that. Easy for me to say. Caleb Johnson off his head, and then it bounces off Christensen. Rennie gets in the way of that pass and kicks it up in the middle here. Knight defender off to Breezy inside. Rennie off to Breezy back. Breezy looking around. One touch to teammate. That's number 16, Preston. We'll call him by his first name. Batal out back to Dimitrov. Dimitrov trying to find Batal. And I think this is our first whistle. Second foul of the day. And it looks like Maranatha will get a free kick here midfield. Dimitrov was kicking the other way. I would definitely say, goalie, pay attention. But in this case, it's going to be tough for him to get it to the goal with the wind that he has here. Surveying it, looking around. A lot of green in front of him. Popped up very nicely. Nice kick by Dimitrov. Nobody there to do that. Atomo is in the vicinity, but didn't make a play on that. West up to Rydberg. Rydberg to Taki. He tries to one-touch it, but interrupted by Atoma. Atoma gives it right back, and Taki has it. Back to a defender. Back over to Breezy. Breezy keeps it on his foot. Back to Peklo. Peklo up to another teammate, number 16. That's Preston. Now tapped out. Batal on pursuit, but a kick back to Odegaard. Odegaard right in the middle. West with it. Caleb Johnson trying to defend, but nice job. Rydberg inside, and he can't keep it in. Be a throw-in for the Mustangs. We're under 20 minutes. We're under 18 minutes left in the first half. 0-0 game. A couple chances for the Mustangs. I don't know if the Knights have really had any quality chances, so Mustangs defense is doing well with the wind in their face. So Dimitrov, nice little one touch. Now he's going to kick it down and see if Tevin can outrun this, but the turf is just real fast, even with the speed of Asiago. Just can't quite get there, but good idea by Dimitrov. Big punt again. Bowers with the header back to Owens, and then kicked out. You can almost say normally the defenders want to head that ball, but I think in this case he might be better off just letting it go. It's going to be a hard time keeping that ball. Amat, number 3, and Sheraton, number 17, coming into the game here. Preston Karolitz to the bench. Peklo with the throw-in. Off Christensen's leg. Kept in by Bowers. And they're going to kick it all the way back to Odegaard. Asiago going to try to be competitive to make him make a play here. And Colin over to Sheraton. Sheraton, nice one touch to West. And then tackled by Caleb. It looked like he got stepped on, but he'll get back up. Oh, they're going to give it to the Mustangs, so really great play by Caleb there. And another throw-in for the Mustangs as Dimitrov off his head, and then off the head of Caleb. Grayson Rennie here at the throw-in. See if he gets it in the box here again. And he does. A little knuckleballer, and Penniman heads it right back out. One of the pretty much the same throw-in, maybe about 3 yards closer to the goal kick, and we got a stoppage in play. Got a little blood there, so Caleb with the little turf burn, so then you just get that covered up. And Jonas Kai in the game, number 3. Nice throw to the box, Rennie, and again headed out by Owens. And we'll do it again. Rennie to the box, kicked up by Penniman, headed up by Jonas. And Sheraton with the foot on there. Kai, nice pass to Rennie. Rennie in the middle, a couple Knights players in there, but the ball's bouncing around. Kai in the midst there, taps it around. Let's see if we can get something here. Asiago with an inside-out kick, but off a defender, and Odegaard picks it up. Again, good sustained offense here by the Mustangs. More chances, the more they do this, more opportunities they have. Colin here with it, being bothered by Asiago. Asiago with a nice little tip back, and what is the call? Wow. I can understand there's a lot of hands there, but this guy called it that Asiago kicked him in the foot, which is a possibility. Looked like just 2 competitors there, and I thought he got tripped up with the ball, but that's all right. Odegaard's going to take the free kick, and Caleb Johnson running down to the bench here, wondering what that was about, but maybe he's just going to get some water. Yep. Odegaard with the free kick. Nice kick by Odegaard. Headed up by Kai. Nice job. And then West trying to find a teammate in the corner there, and he's going to punch it up, and Grant Bennett picks it up out of the air. Miles Amat with the kick on that one, but just off the side of his foot. Nothing working there. Grant Bennett on the punt. Nice punt, but Penniman gets his head on it. Then Owens continues it. Christensen taps it back, and see if Dimitrov gets his foot on it. He does. But Peklo right there. Peklo doing his thing. Really good defender. I like watching him so far. Rennie trying to find Dimitrov. Penniman, little confusion there. And we're going to get a corner kick. The defenders kind of looked at each other there, Penniman and Caleb. It looked like Penniman wanted Caleb to do something with it, and he thought Penniman was going to do something with it. And before you know it, it's rolling out, and it's a corner kick. So we're on the other side of the field. Dimitrov here with his corner. Actually worked pretty quickly. Beautiful kick here. Let's see if this can be redirected. Otoma got his shoulder on it, I believe, and then out. Kai being competitive here, but looks like it's going to be a throw-in for the Knights as Jonas got his...
Taki, you're out.
19 in Mark Evanson for Taki. West kicks it up. Rennie, kind of a little knuckleball, didn't go anywhere. And then he kicks it up, and that's going to go out of play. Should be a throw-in for the Knights. 12:30, running down here to 12:30 left in the first half. See Mueller with it. Get this ball out of there. Rennie heads it up. And Caleb here trying to do something, then all the way back to Penniman. Penniman to Peklo. Peklo with Dimitrov in his face, and good job by Dimitrov being in the way there, and Peklo kicked it out of bounds and throwing Rennie. Rennie to Caleb for the Knights, and then off to West. West stood up there by Rennie, but he gets the ball back. Get to the middle of the field. Otoma going to challenge here, but back to West. Dimitrov there kicks it. Jonas, one touch, but back to the Knights. Sheraton tried to one touch that, but Conlon tried to get it, and that'll be out of bounds. Throw in for the Mustangs. Maybe kind of called that prematurely. I thought it was definitely out, but maybe not. Rennie, well, he doesn't like it, trying to get a little advantage. And funny how some of these refs will let guys run up about 10 yards, and other refs don't like that. So funny, you got to figure out what flavor these refs are, and Rennie just found out. Now he'll throw it in, headed off by Sheraton, off to Jaden Rennie. Caleb kicks it up. Bowers tried to knock it down, but ended up just kicking it out of bounds. Preston is going to try to sneak in, but oh, yep, they got it. Subbing in here, Miles Amat going out. Preston Karolitz and Bobsy Batal will wait to check in here for the Mustangs. Rennie one touched over to Dimitrov. Dimitrov keeps the possession there, and then chipped up here. Asiago there running, making it. The goalie make a play. You know, they fumble the ball every now and then, so he's right there. West gets the throw by the goalie and then kicked out. So the Mustangs just pestering these Knights, and they're not finding their teammates. And now we got to throw in and see again if something good could happen here. Batal comes in for Asiago. Rennie finds the foot of Dimitrov, can't settle it, and then gets kicked down. See what Bowers does with it here. He kicks it back to Grant. Grant says it's a bouncer. It's a tough one. He chips it to Bowers. Bowers chips it back. Kind of a dangerous play here. Sheraton back to West. West is going to try to tee it up, but nice play by Jonas to get in the way there. The ball's bouncing around in the box, and Grant Bennett tried to do a little swipe. He whiffed on it, but the ball probably created enough problems there. The Knights offensive players couldn't get their foot on the ball, and then Grant gobbles it up. Awkward play there. Bowers kicked it back to Grant, but on the bounce, he's got to play with his foot, so it's a tougher play than what it looks. Rennie, competitive, but now over to the Knights as they kick down. West in the corner. He's going to cross it, but right into the hands of Grant Bennett. Not sure if that would have been a save, but nevertheless, he was there to pick it up. Good punt by Bennett. Headed back by Penniman and easily picked up by Odegaard. Smart play by Penniman there. Punt here by Odegaard. Headed off by Rennie. Kai-Hai trying to keep it on there, but Sheraton with a nice little push, and Kai-Hai gets that push because he had good position. So you up-and-coming young soccer players, take note of that one. Good positioning. Sheraton had no way to get there, and he just puts a couple hands on him, and that drew a foul. Nice kick by Dimitrov. It kind of gets through, but nobody there. Batal tried to head it, got a little over his head, which is surprising with this wind. And then Atoma just couldn't find that redirect. Now another punt. Bowers redirects it, but picked up by a Knight. Tabrizi kicks it back, and Bowers kicks it up, and Rennie to Bartolomeus. He tries to turn it, but it's going to go the other way. Throw in Peklo. Peklo quickly throws it up. Redirected. Nice play. Christensen back there to help out. Tabrizi with some good headers there. Owens back to West. West on the floor. Deflected off by Atoma. Luckily, not real fast, so Grant Bennett was able to pick that one up. Low punt by Bennett. Peklo knocks it down, but Bartolomeus kicks it up to his teammate Batal, and then tackled by Evanson, and the throw in for the Mustangs. Jaden Rennie on the throw in, quickly up. Bartolomeus knocks it down across the way. Nice idea, but finds the head of Colin. Kai-Hai again with good position there. There's arms in the back by Sheraton. No call that time. Ball up in the air. Mueller fighting for it, and looks like it's going to go off to Breezy, and they're going to give him the throw in. And we're going to get a sub here. The Keys coming in. They rotate a lot of players here. 2 guys coming in, looks like. Preston will go down, and Takai will be the right midfielder. Throw in here into the box. Rennie heads it back out to Toma. Headed up by Tabrizi. Then Batal gets into the mix. Dimitrov tries to tap it up to Toma. Back to Conlon. Conlon gets it to his teammate. Kicked in the middle. Bauer's there to knock it down. Bartolomeos turns it on Peklo and see if they can do something here. Batal, though, interrupted here by Evanson. Evanson to West. And then Mueller takes care of that. Batal is available here off his chest. See if he can get a shot off here. Penniman gets back. Batal, though, trying to do some magic here. Gets around, kicks it in the middle. Conlon there, knocks it off his foot. Kai Hai here, knocks it down. Trying to one-touch it over to Dimitrov, but Rennie wasn't there. Taki on the defense, and Peklo now with it. Peklo back to Penniman. Penniman will boot it up. I don't know if that's going to stay in, and it won't. .5:30 left in the first half. Last few minutes, not much really going on for either team. I could maybe argue the Knights have had a couple chances here, but mostly the ball just kind of going back and forth. See if the Mustangs can get something going here in the last 5 minutes and head to halftime with a lead if they could put one in there. West interrupts that throw and then gets rewarded on a throw-in as it's redirected by Caleb Johnson. Johnson makes a nice play to get in there. Caleb touched to West. West puts it on the floor, and Grant Bennett grabs it. Turf is running fast. A little bit of wind. Goalie kind of falls off the side of his arms. Anything can happen. Taki knocks it down. Looks like there's going to call offsides. First time I've seen a center ref make the football offsides move sign. I think that's a regulation sign for soccer refereeing, but kicked up by Christensen. Toma in pursuit. Penniman knocks it out. Taki one touch to Owens. Owens tried to find a teammate, and then Rennie blasts it up. See what happens here. Batal, good aggressive play by the goalie. Got his hands on it, get it out of the box. And then now West has it. West up to Taki, went back to West. Johnson tried to get his foot in there, and now here we got the Knights rolling here. To Prezi. Taki kicks it. Now it's going to be a corner kick. Corner kick for the Knights, so see what they do here. It's actually kind of more difficult to kick a corner kick, I think, on this side with the wind, and it's so close. Be kind of interesting. The Mustangs just mark up these guys. Should be okay. But if he kicks it up in the air, that ball is gonna move. Could actually bend it in as a righty. Well, he kicks it and off ahead of Dimitrov and Toma, and then Dimitrov cleans it up. Penniman gets enough on it. Jonas with a nice header. Penniman out to Peklo, and Peklo won't get there, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Mustangs because I think Batal touched it after it was out of bounds, and then we'll get Grayson Rennie on the throw-in. Rennie in the corner. Peklo to Taki. He chips it up, and Atoma trying to stop it. Nice job by Atoma. And he drew the fall there. I think both of them kind of were grabbing and holding. But free kick here. Normally if the the wind wasn't in the face here, this would be a good potential scoring chance. But we'll see what Dimitrov can do. As a left footer here, he could definitely bend it And if we get some Mustangs hitting the net, I think this one could be a good chance. And he does exactly what I was thinking of. And there's a header by Rennie. And I don't know how that's an offsides call. How is that offsides? How is that offsides when he kicks it? He's onside before the kick. Interesting. That would have been an offsides call anyway. Not sure how that happened unless he was offsides before the kick. Trying to figure that one out. But nevertheless, it didn't go in anyway, so we got a goal kick. And shows you what the wind is doing and how short this field is. That kick from the 6 gets all the way down to the other side very easily. Grant Bennett gets his punt off, and nice little push in the back by the Knights. And good to see that ref is seeing what we're seeing here, and now we'll get another kick here. And Dimitrov actually a very similar spot. Let's see if he can do something here. 1 minute left in the first half. Sorry, another good kick here. But again, that wind just took it, pushed it away. Now we're here in a big gust. Not sure if you can hear that. Kicked out, but we got another corner. 45 seconds left.
There's not time.
At least that's. I think we're pretty good on time there. Dimitrov here with another corner kick. Let's see if the Mustangs can get on the board here right before the first half. As the last couple minutes, the Mustangs have done a really good job of hopefully finding some off the foot of Bartolomeus. Dimitrov kicks it up here. Mueller being competitive here. Nice play, but that's going to be 10 seconds left on our clock, so it's got to be close. Caleb Johnson kicks out, which is probably a good play. And there's a ball, so we get a throw in here. Our clock is out, but we'll see what the referee's clock is. It's got to be pretty close. There wasn't many stoppages in play. We'll see what they do here. Conlon throws it in, and he's going to whistle it. He was waiting for that throw in to whistle out. So we'll go to halftime here. They're going to celebrate the seniors, and when I said there's a number of them on this team, so halftime might be a little longer than normal. But we'll celebrate the seniors of the Knights here for halftime. It's 0-0. Mustangs had a few good chances, couldn't cash in. And maybe I'll talk to that referee about that offsides call over here. All right, we'll be back in a few moments. Are we back? Are we live? Are we... Did I mute myself or... Okay, we're back here, second half. Referees are ready. Players are getting ready. 40 minutes left. It's a 0-0 soccer match. See if the Mustangs can put one in the back of the net and maybe shut down the Knights and get out of here with the victory. We were reviewing these scores and how most of the games played here were one-goal games and not a lot of goals scored, which would make sense with the compact field. Hard to maneuver around, especially we've noticed there's been more shots deflected, more defenders in the way, not a lot of balls getting all the way through to the goalie. See how the Mustangs do with the wind at their back. Unfortunately, the sun that was out earlier is not out, so that's not going to be a factor at all in the second half. Maranatha finally going to break their huddle. Surprised the referee isn't urging them to get going. I probably should ask number 5 here how to say his name. It's right in front of me. I'm going to go with it's Tekie. Techie? Yeah, they call him Techie. All right, that's a lot easier to say. I was saying Taki or Takai. We'll call him Techie. Good little player. Liked watching him play in the first half. So we'll see what's going on. Dimitrov here. Quickly up to it. Bounced off by Penniman. Peklo in pursuit. And then there's Techie. Techie back to West. West surveying the field here. In between Rennie's legs. And Bowers gets it up to Dimitrov. Let's see if MCA can do something here. Bartolomeos is not quick enough to get that pass by Dimitrov. But they'll get a throw in. Again, with the wind at their back, we'll see how this plays differently with the amount of chances that they had. If they get half the chances they had in the second half they do in the first half, I got a good feeling they'll at least put one on there. Dimitrov tried to get the ball, and he couldn't do it. It's going to be a goal kick for Odegaard. Dimitrov on the throw-in. He's got to make sure he gets that ball behind his head. They could have whistled that as not a perfect throw-in, but made himself a chance there. Rennie trying to get the ball here back over to Conlon. Conlon duked himself out there. Atoma tried to one-touch it to Batal, and then Conlon gets it. Conlon turns and fires, and he does find a teammate. And then off West's foot, but it was tapped out by a Maranatha player. Throw-in for the Knights.
Jojo, when you run there, keep eyes on the ball. Touch. Hey, you don't have to run into the space. You get a touch.
Wind still brisk here. Nice little gust of wind here. Rennie with a header. Picked up by Evanson. Evanson back to Conlon. Conlon into the middle here. Rennie trying to knock it down, and he just kicks it out. Peklo with the throw in here for the Knights. Peklo, no, didn't get it into play, so sometimes they'll let them rethrow it, but Rennie's gonna get it. Rennie throws it in off the head of Peklo and then tapped in the middle here. Dimitrov and in pursuit, but Conlon gets it, and now off the head of Mueller and back to a Knights player. One touch back. Christensen on it. Clears it. Conlon off his head. West in pursuit. Caleb Johnson off his head. Nice chip up by Atoma, and see if Patal can get down there. Penniman. Bouncer back to Odegaard. Odegaard kicks it up, and here's what I was talking about. Got to keep that ball on the floor. Nice little header there, but Patal's going to be offsides, so he couldn't do anything with it. Odegaard just picks it up. Dimitrov with the header, so not like a great chance there, but a little bit of a rush here for the Mustangs. Atoma being defended by West, and that's going to be a Mustang free kick. I didn't know which way he was going to call that. Both players were kind of grabbing each other. Dimitrov is ready to go here. He could score from here if you ask me. depending on what he wants to do here. Dimitrov off his foot. Nice kick. Going to be redirected, and it's going to go in. We're going to give that goal to Dimitrov. I do not believe Batal got his head on it. And Dimitrov with the kick, and I called it. I told it he could score from there. He wasn't trying to score. He put it in there. Batal whiffed on it, and it bounced over, and the goalie was looking for the redirect. Didn't happen, and there's the goal. 1-0 Mustangs. Odegaard with his head down. He knows he just kind of misplayed that. But again, with the wind and the turf, the ball bounces a little goofy once in a while, and I do believe Batal whiffed on that, so that's a goal for Dimitrov. And West now on it. Bowers, nice kick down. Let's see if Dimitrov can get there. He does. Oh, wow. I don't understand that call, but must have got his foot on his leg. The referee's right there. West with the free kick here. Let's see if the Mustangs can keep focus here. They just got to hold them steady. Nice ball up, kicked up high. And oh my goodness gracious. I'm sorry, but I'm the goalie is my son, and that should be a call there, because I'm sorry, he rammed right into him. I know what he's trying to do there, but he's just going to get a talking to. I'm thinking that should have been a yellow card. Owens, I know he didn't go in there for malice, but I'm sorry, you got to protect those goalies. Bennett, that's a tough play. The wind's blowing up. It probably initially looked like the ball was going to clear the goalie. He gets in there, try to knock it up, and then it hits off the crossbar, and then he tries to grab it, and Owens came in. All right, other side. Bartolomeos one touch, but man, couldn't find Batal. They had a good chance there, but just couldn't find it. Got to get used to this fast turf here. Thought there was a sub, but it's just a trainer. So Justin Perez is getting his ankle. He's kind of did something. Maybe turned his ankle on the concrete or something. Who knows? Okay, brought up here. Owens back out to Breezy. Sorry, to Breezy. Kicked out by the Mustangs. Throw in here. Conlon on the throw in for the Knights. Throws it into the middle on the foot of Owens, and then Dimitrov kicks it out, and they're going to call foul. I think there was a grab, or they're going to call a kick. So we got a free kick here just outside the box. Going to call it on. Ball on Johnson. Again, might have kicked him in the leg there. We're not quite sure what the call was. But good chance here. West has got a good kick. You could see it from that previous free kick. See what he does here. He's right-footed, kind of in the right spot for it. See if he gets it around, and he does. And easy save by Bennett. Bennett on the punt. See what happens here. Penniman on the header. Peklo can't get there, and it'll be a throw-in for Maranatha. Good possession here, as they'll get a throw-in. Again, with the wind at their back, it's a big advantage. Throw it in. Peklo with a tip. Penniman with a kick. Off to Conlon. In the middle here, though, for Rennie. Rennie tried to get one off, but West gets his foot on it. Caleb Johnson trying to settle it, but Owens gets to it. Johnson with a nice little tackle, and Mueller trying to keep it in. Fighting with West, and Owens gets it. Pushed off by Mueller, back to West. West turns it, still finds some space. Over the head of Conlon. Perriman whiffs on it. Here comes Batal. Batal on his foot. Lefty, far corner. Nice chance by Batal, and it's going to be a goal kick, but very good play here again. Mustangs sustaining some more chances. See if they can keep it up. Sheraton and Karolitz coming in. Techie going out. And Ty going out.
Hey, what's short now? What's short? Jojo. Right there's fine.
Looks like Peklo might take this. Oh, nope, he needs to tie his teammate's shoe. Had this happen a few times. Goalie Bennett had teammates tie his shoes, and today Odegaard's shoelace got loose, and there's Peklo again in the right spot, being a very good teammate. Odegaard, nice kick there. Caleb Johnson got the head on there. West picks it up now, back over to Peklo. Peklo on his foot, defended by Jojo. Jojo gets it. Now one touch up to Batal. Batal, right foot, and boy, they're going to let it play. Wow, that's interesting there. Thought that should have been called, but he let it play. Sheraton now with it. Sheraton up to Breezy, and then Rennie with a nice play, and he kicks it back, but it's going to be out of play. It'll be a throw-in. Not sure what happened there. He hasn't really called a lot of fouls. The game hasn't been too physical, but maybe he felt like Batal just got his legs wrapped up. Mueller on the back there. He had his hand on the upper back of, I don't know if that was West or if it was Owens, but one of the Knights players. So that'll be a kick here for the Knights. A little farther out. Maybe not a scoring chance kick. I haven't seen Owens kick one from this distance. Not sure what he'll do. Let's see if he can find a teammate. Look for a redirect here. Oh, nice kick by Owens, but right at the goalie. Probably not what he wanted, but it's good. Now Grant's going to punt it. See if Penniman gets it. He kind of whiffed on it. He did get a little bit of it. Odegaard kind of standing around, kind of being a little nonchalant back there. And Toma should have been a little more aggressive, but West kicks it, and then Rennie off his foot. I think the Mustangs should be a little more aggressive here, and then think about they could score from that angle with that wind behind them. Rennie kicks it out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Knights. A little nonchalant play here, if you ask me. Last couple minutes, see if we can stay focused in. Toma gets kicked off by Sheridan. Sheridan gets his foot up, and then Bowers pops it up, and Preston with it out of there. Owens with it off to Breezy, and another foul call here. Caleb Johnson getting his money's worth today, but not quite sure why they're calling fouls down here, but not on the other side when there's definitely some physicality going on. West will have another good chance here. He's definitely a very good kicker. So Grant Bennett needs to pay attention to what he's trying to do here, get that wall set up, and here comes West. Boot up, and good catch by Bennett. Nice kick by West. I'll admit, my blood pressure goes up a little bit when that number 10's got the ball on his foot. Penniman here, back to his goalie. Odegaard on the punt here. Should be a good punt, even though it's off the side of his foot. Bowers with a nice kick down. Rennie just blasted in, and that'll stay in, and that's going to be a throw-in because it was on the outside of the flag. So it'll be a throw-in. It's calling it a throw-in, and the Knights goalie doesn't like the call, but the flag's there for a reason, and the ball was on the outside of the flag, at least the way we're looking at it. Inside would be a goal kick. Outside, it's a throw-in. Throw it in by Pecklow. Bowers with it. Bowers, nice little chip play there, but he didn't kick it that hard, and that finds the out of play, and it'll be a goal kick. Another smart play by Bowers. Obviously, he'd like to have that back, but barely touched it. But given his teammates chances, he's done that a couple times. These little kind of a chip kicks, I like to call them. Goal kick here by Odegaard. Ball finds the floor, and Taprizi's going to get called for kind of doing this, but quick play by Dimitrov, and unfortunately could not connect with Patal. The guys would have been on top of it. I do like when you play fast, you'll get these teams off guard, especially if they're talking to the ref for really no reason. He's not going to change his call. Bounced up here and see if Bowers can stay competitive. Preston's going to chase it down. Bowers knocks it down. And then Christensen facing Tabrizi, and he tackles him. West keeps it in play. Over to Tabrizi. He crosses it. Oh, good chance there. Couldn't find the head of Sheraton. But nice play by the Knights, and actually it went off of a Mustang player. Conlon with the throw-in, and Johnson with a great play there. Tipped up by Evanson, brought out by Rennie, and Conlon and Batal fighting over it. Batal getting by Conlon. He's being held here, but they're not going to call it. They're going to play it. Batal, though, probably didn't need to kick on that early, but he decided to, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Knights. He had space in front of him. It's a good idea, but probably could have said Bowers with it into the middle. Nice. Bopsy, Batal headed up by Caleb, and then here comes Jaden Rennie to Dimitrov. Dimitrov probably had a chance of shot there. A little throw, a nice run by Bartolomeus, and picked up by the goalie. Peklo just got in the way there, but nice little touch pass by Dimitrov. Bartolomeus just couldn't get a clean look on his foot there and get a shot. Now that ball is going to be out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Mustangs. Did he miss that catch? I think he did. I didn't turn around and look, but one of the parents was wide open and couldn't quite gather it in. Is that Puma? Puma tried to catch it? Mark? Puma tried to catch it, he couldn't do it. Another throw-in for the Mustangs. Another ball finding its way out into the street here. Rennie into the box here. Patal there, good positioning. He's going to try to kick it, but not enough mustard on that, but a good idea by Patal. Again, just putting things on net. You just never know. One touch out of Conlon. Conlon left foot boot inside. Rennie back up to Botsy. Patal trying to get through the defense. Ball's bouncing around. The goalie smartly, Odegaard gets it. Couple bounces go the other way. That could have been an easy goal. Rennie fighting with Tabrizi here off the head here. Caleb Johnson off the left foot here this time. Caleb number 18 on the Knights is Caleb as well. Ball bouncing around in the middle here. Rennie blasts it, but off the foot of there. And then tipped in by Mueller. Maybe not the smartest play to kick it across that way, but so far no danger. But it'll be a throw-in for the Knights. Nope, actually it's a throw-in for the Mustangs. Sorry about that. And Rennie will do that. Mueller should turn that one and kick it out of bounds or stick with it. There you go, Bartolomeus. Nice little pass up to Dimitrov. See what Dimitrov does it. Right foot to Batal. They're going to play it through. Bartolomeus, does he have enough speed to get to it? Peklo pushes him off the ball. It's going to be a throw-in. It's going to be a throw-in for the Knights, but they're going to sub in, so they'll whistle it. Good play by Peklo. It looked like Bartolomeus had an angle on that, but he closed the gap, and there was no chance for JoJo to get that ball. Thrown by Peklo off the head of West, off the chest of Dimitrov. Preston off to Bowers. Bowers back up here. Oh, off the hand here. That could have been a handball, but Dimitrov gets it. Nice little one touch here to Bartolomeus. He brings it to the middle. And too much for Batal, but that's okay. We're in the middle here. Rennie. Peklo in the mix there. Ball still bouncing around. Rennie trying to find some space. It's hard to find space on the small field. Bartolomeus with it, turns it, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Knights. Jonas Kai ready to check in, but it's going to be the Knights throw-in. Peklo again on the throw-in. Peklo. Dimitrov headed it, tried to find teammate Batal to the middle. Caleb on the header for the Knights. Ball kicked around, headed off by Rennie, and Caleb picks it up, puts it on his foot, trying to find teammate Sheraton, but Mueller steps up and then kicks it to the goalie, and we'll have a punt coming. Actually, nope, he'll just roll it up to Conlon. Conlon on his foot, gets by Toma, but they're going to call a foul on that one. Toma grabbing arms there. We'll have a free kick for the Knights, and Odegaard's going to take it. Wind still brisk in the faces of the Nova Classical School Knights. Odegaard, good kick. Rennie, a couple hands in the back there. He's going to be careful on those. That's not a good place to have a foul, but West had some space there, couldn't find it on his toe, and then kicked up by Peklo, and ball safely lands in the hands of Grant Bennett after the wind knocked that one down. Again, when he first kicked it, looked like that was going to be well over the goal, and ends up in the front part of that. Oh, there we go. Nice little push in the back by Evanson. Again, Batal with the good spot now It's a good chance here for Dimitrov can easily score a goal from this spot here. Let's see what they do here. Dimitrov's going to line it up. Tries to find top corner and just sails it up over the head, and didn't put a lot on that one, but with the wind behind you, and honestly, he's 30 yards away. I mean, not very far away. It didn't look, might even be less than 30 yards. Didn't kick it that hard, and over the net. Got a goal kick for Odegaard. Odegaard keeps it on the floor. Otoma finds it. Nice little push in the middle here. Let's see if Jonas could do that. And nice play by Jonas. Healthy hustle there, and we got a foul, and now we're in a real good spot here if Dimitrov's going to take this. Good spot for a free kick here. See what they do here. See if Jaden Dimitrov is going to try to shoot it in, or if he's going to look to find a teammate, see how they defend it here, and see where that wall is, see what he wants to do with it. This is a better spot for a lefty to be, especially if they throw that wall on the near side of the post. He could go around the wall, and the goalie might not be able to see it. We'll see what he does here. They're going to do a ring around the rosy to cause distractions. They go down, and look at that. He puts it in. So that's the play. You go around the wall. The goalie can't really see it. He kept it low. It was fabulous play. The goalie's running up here. Dimitrov with the goal. Odegaard is challenging the play there, but fabulous job by MCA. Great job by Dimitrov to put it in a spot where the goalie couldn't see it. And then it bounced past him, put enough on there. And another great goal by the Mustangs. It's 2-0. 21 minutes left, 20 minutes, 52 seconds left, at least on our clock here. And the Mustangs are up 2-0. See if they can keep this up. Another beautiful goal by Dimitrov. Caleb off to Peklo. Peklo being tackled by Jonas. Jonas playing a very good game. He came in a few minutes in, and his hustle created that free shot. So really, like, an assist could go to him because he created that foul that was called for the free kick by Dimitrov. Now we got Otoma in the corner, trying to keep it in play, and he does. Nice play. Johnson on it. Looking back, tipped away by Caleb. Not a lot of space available, so these Mustang players need to act fast. Rennie's going to throw it in as we're under, well, not quite, getting to 20 minutes left in the second half. Rennie inside the box. Nate Williams in the game. Off his chest, here's Dimitrov having it, and boy, that makes it look easy there. Dimitrov settles it in, kicks it right past the goalie. Odegaard not real happy with it, and Dimitrov with the hat trick. And it's 3-0, and they're hitting on all cylinders. Again, Mustangs with sustained pressure in the offensive zone, playing a lot like they did in the first half. And again, more chances they have, more opportunities, and the more time that ball is going to find the back of the net. 3-0 here. 20-04 Dimitrov again. 3 goals today for Dimitrov. West up to Breezy, and Johnson in pursuit. Conlon steps up, but Johnson makes the play. Nice, Conlon, good job pushing him off, and Dimitrov now. Bunch of traffic there, but Johnson stops West. Nice play by Johnson. West kept it in play. No, he didn't. It's going to be a throw-in for the Mustangs. Maranatha 3, Nova Classical 0. It's a throw-in. There's some miscommunication here. Grayson Rennie on the throw-in. And that's probably going to be a goal kick. Like how Maranatha's played this game with the wind. They just kept their game pretty much the same as they did in the first half. And then when you get the ball on the foot of your best goal scorer, good things will happen. Odegaard on the goal kick. Pops it up. Jaden Rennie gets his head on it, and then Jonas is going to try to get this down. Penniman with a clear out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Mustangs. Christensen going to bring the ball up and throw it in on this side of the field for the Mustangs. Again, looking inside the box and try to find Caleb Johnson, but Rennie's over here. He tries to kick it across the field, but won't find the net, but it'll be a goal kick for the Nova Knights. .18 left in the second half. Odegaard on the goal kick. Jaden Rennie again on the header. This time redirected it out. Not real happy with that, but he's in a good spot. That's going to work out. Bowers off the header there, off the chest of Grayson Rennie, and then Techie kicks it out, trying to find Ty. And Asiago is going to be coming in, and all the way for Atoma. Grayson Rennie on the throw-in as we wind down, almost 17 and a half left in the game. Grayson Rennie looking, throws it up. Oh, and off the foot of Peklo, and Rennie will be back throwing it in. Off the head of Williams into the Odegaard, the goalie. He picks it up, and he'll, looks like he's going to punt this one. He will. Low one off the back of his teammate Caleb to another Caleb. Over to Jonas. Jonas trying to find Nate Williams in there. Got the side of his left foot, and then back up to Ty. Ty in the middle, but Grayson Rennie on the tackle. I mean, not the tackle, but just intercepted the pass. Ty to West. West being defended, and going to call Dimitrov on the push.
Caleb, bring the ball down, pass it. Hey, bring it down first, then you pass it.
West on the free kick here. Playing with a wrapped finger. He's done a nice job today. Kicks it up into the box. Grayson Rennie, though, decides to head it right back out. See if Williams can get it. Can't. West gets it on there. Now Dimitrov with a little kick in. See what Penniman does with it. Penniman kicks it to his goalie, Odegaard. Nice play there. But Rennie with the header to the middle. Bounces up over Evanson's head. Conlon jumps in, and he whiffs at it. And I wonder what the call is here. Is it a handball, or gonna have another chance, another scoring chance? Kind of more in the middle of the field. We'll see where they put this wall here. They're smart. They'd actually put it to Jaden's right because it's going to be easier, but he's just going to kick it right away. And wow, what a great play by Odegaard. That was actually a really smart play by Dimitrov. He saw the goalie was trying to set up the wall there, and since the ball was ready to go, he just tried to kick it and put it in a perfect spot, but Odegaard got there, and so good chance by Dimitrov. He got it through the players of the Knights and had a real good chance. Now we'll get a throw in for the Mustangs. Looks like they're trying to line up that wall, but the ball was placed down and they're ready to go. Caleb actually off his head. Ball's in the danger zone here for the Knights, but Odegaard cleans that one up as it went off the head of Techie. Punted up.
15 minutes. Yeah.
Bowers plays it up to Rennie. Rennie trying to get it through, but Owens with a good tackle here, back and forth in the middle here. Techie, one touch to Ty, and then Rennie gets it. And a shin guard goes flying. That'd be Bowers' shin guard. And then kicked out by Rennie. Peklo. Oh, actually it's going to be a throw-in for the Mustangs. Nice throw-in by Rennie off the head of Williams. Williams chasing it down and kicked out by Evanson, and we'll get a throw-in all the way down in the offensive zone for the Maranatha Mustangs. Clock winding down here, 14:15 left. Looks like Jaden Rennie's going to throw it in for the Mustangs. Rennie throws one in the box, trying to find Nate Williams off his foot, and then Dimitrov had one on the tee there. It's a tough angle, and ball's bouncing on the floor, and he clears it. It'll be a goal kick for the Knights. Another sub coming in. Rydberg coming in for Owens. 3-0 Maranatha. 13:37 left in this game, and we'll get a throw in here for the Mustangs. Odegaard clears that kick, and a couple subs coming in. Batal and Bartolomeos coming in. I think they're going to be coming in for Williams and Dimitrov. We got a throw in for the Mustangs here. Nice throw in here. Batal now does a header, and oh my goodness. Looked like a really good chance there, but it's going to be a goal kick. Batal in there with the header, just couldn't redirect it, and the goalie was right there. Probably more incidental contact than anything. Looked like there might have been a little something afterwards, but Batal didn't react, so I just maybe think he was kind of helping him up or making sure he didn't fall over. Odegaard on the goal kick here. 12.5 minutes left in the first half. Bowers heads it up. Johnson gets his foot on it. West in pursuit. He knocks it down. Johnson with a nice slide tackle. Throw in for the Knights. Caleb Johnson doing his specialty. Does a good job with that. Rennie trying to get out. Peklo with the header in. Johnson gets his head on it. Now off the foot of Ritberg, and then Rennie clears it out. Peklo going to throw it in here for Nova off the head of Christensen, and Rennie just clears it out. Throwing again, Peklo for the Knights. Finds the foot of West. West turns it. JoJo trying to be competitive here, but West wins that one. Finds the goalkeeper. Trying to find his teammate Ritberg. But Bennett on the punt. Bennett, big punt here. Let's see where this thing bounces. Whiffed on it. Penniman, and Odegaard gets there. They could have. Maranatha, if they would have seen where that ball was going, they probably could have gotten there. Conlon now on his foot. All the way up to Zabrizi. He kicks it out. And it'll be a throw-in for the Knights off a Mustang player. And another sub. Techie's out. Miles in. Moving some players around. Another throw-in for the Knights. 10.5 minutes left in this game. West off his head. Christensen kicks it back and chipped up here. Let's see if Ritberg gets his head on it, but so does Rennie. Rennie trying to knock that ball down, and Peklo kicks it out. There'll be a throw-in. Throw-in for the Knights. Rennie. Bartolomeos with it. Back to Jaden Rennie. Rennie kicks it up, and Conlon whiffs on it. And see if Jonas can do something with it. Jonas Kai-High with it, trying to keep it in play. Conlon is going to let it go, and that'll be a throw-in for the Knights. 9:45 left in the second half. Maranatha 3, Nova Classical 0. Christensen back up. Penniman with the header. Peklo in pursuit off his foot, and Ritberg couldn't get there, so we'll have a throw-in for the Mustangs. Christensen quickly up with the throw-in and see if Batal can gather it here, and he does. Put Peklo right there to gather it. Some handsy there, we'll get a call. Pretty easy call. Batal had his hand on the shoulder of Peklo, and pretty easy call for the referee there. He whistles it, and generous little push up by Odegaard. Kick is whiffed on by Ritberg and then kicked up by Rennie. Kai on it over to Bartolomeos. He's going to try to keep it in play, and he can't. The Knights. Peklo on the throw-in. Peklo trying to find Tabrizi. Rennie on the defense. Caleb trying to settle it down for the Knights. He kicks it back to Evanson. Evanson to West. West out to Conlon. He's going to try to chase this down. He does. Back to West. West defended by Johnson. Conlon back to Penniman. Penniman up to West. Nice little passing here by the Knights. Mueller and Johnson get stacked up. West takes a blast of a shot and over the top. Mueller ran into his teammate Johnson, gave West some opening. He decides to put a superpower kick into it, but it's over the top of the net, and we'll have a goal kick here for Grant Bennett. 7:50 left here in the second half. See what Grant Bennett does here on his goal kick. See what he wants to do with it. He does blast it, gets it to about midfield. Batal on it. Batal over to Asiago. See if he can chase this down before it goes out. And he can't quite get it. Goal kick for the Knights. Dimitrov coming back in for Jaden Rennie. He'll come in as the offensive mid and put Jonas Kaihai back to more of a defensive mid based on where they're standing. Mueller with a nice little header out of the air. See if Patal can get there. Patal, and they're going to call a penalty here on Patal. He kind of leaned into the player before he got to the ball. I think he actually had a pretty clear path to it. Kind of a strange call for the AR to call, to be honest with you. The center ref would have seen that call if you wanted to call it, but Mustangs are up 3-0, so at this point we just want to get out of here without any injuries and to see if Grant Bennett can secure another shutout. I'm sure he would appreciate that. So, speaking of which, ball finds Grant Bennett's arms, and then he punts it up. Nice high punt. Batal trying to get it on his foot. Now Bartolomeus jumping in there and heads it back, and Odegaard picks it up. Winding down, 6 minutes left here in the second half. West with it, being defended by Johnson. He gets past him. But Christensen over to Bartolomeus. He tips it up. Peklo gets by him. Now passed up to Batal. Batal, nifty little play, but kicked out by Penniman, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Mustangs. Batal quickly to Dimitrov. Dimitrov being pushed off the ball here by Caleb. Bartolomeus in the middle. Jonas trying to make a play, but Penniman there. Now kicked up. Jonas, nice kick. Beautiful save by Odegaard. Off to Dimitrov, and there's going to be a penalty kick here. Jonas with a beautiful kick. Nice save by Odegaard. Dimitrov gets around the corner. Dimitrov gets around the corner, picks up the foul, and there'll be a penalty. We got Caleb Johnson on the penalty kick here. Caleb Johnson's going to get this penalty kick. This is definitely a reward for all the hard work and hustle that he has here. Let's see what Caleb does here. Keep his head down and just kick it hard. Young man, he'll get her in there. Let's see what he does. And he does. Caleb Johnson with the goal. We love to see that. Caleb rewarded. He's kind of the midfielder that is always back on defense, not necessarily playing up. He's not going to score a lot of goals, but there's a goal. He had one last year, now one this year. We're happy to see that. Caleb Johnson with the goal. Maranatha now up 4-0. We got 4:47 left. Grayson Rennie having a little fun with Caleb there, but nice goal by Caleb. Took a nice easy shot there. Went to his right on it, and it'd be the goalie's left, and the goalie thought he'd just try to kick it hard and to the left side of the goal, which would be on Caleb's view, and he didn't do that. He just said, hey, I'm just going to throw it over here, and he scored it easily, and it's 4-0. Dimitrov now in the middle of the field here. Trying to find Bartolomeus. Evanson picks it up. Preston back to Peklo. Peklo in the middle. West gets it. West a little pass to Preston. Good Blake off by Bowers. And then in the middle here for Grant Bennett to hustle up and get that. Ty, it was pass up to Ty, but a little hot for him. He didn't look like he was really in heavy pursuit there. Punt by Bennett. Bounced. Evanson couldn't get that out of there. Penniman gets his head on it. Evanson on his foot here. Back out to Preston. Preston kicks it up, finds Zabrizi here. Christensen on the defense. He kicks it out, and it'll be a throw-in. 3:30 left in this game. See if the Mustangs defense can hold off here. And now West gets it. He actually had a decent chance there. Mueller kicks it back, and it's on Dimitrov's foot. He decides to boot it up. Couldn't find anybody. Odegaard comes up, plays it with his foot, kicks it. I don't know if that's going to stay in off the bounce, but Techie with the header off to Sheraton. Caleb Johnson with the header back to Sheraton. Sheraton looking for teammates on the foot of West. West back out, but Bartolomeus comes back and deflects it, but Preston now has it. Bartolomeus picks it up off his foot. Good play. He's just going to kick it down. Peklo off his foot, and we'll get a throw-in as we're under 3 minutes left. We'll get Philip Hanchar into this for our main goal scorer, Caleb Johnson, going out. Another good game by Caleb Johnson today. Ben Christensen on the throw-in. 2:30 left here in the second half. They're going to get a little push on Peklo here. Looks like the bench might be clearing off here for Maranatha a little bit. See what Dimitrov does here on this free kick. I think at this point, the 4-0 game. Might be better just to, Jonas is wide open in the middle. I maybe wouldn't mind seeing that. Maybe just kick it back to Dimitrov. So we'll see what he does here. Free kick Dimitrov. Across the way. Headed off by a defender. Asiago chases it down. Tries to turn it on Techie. Techie tackles him and gets the ball. Now he kicks up to Zabrizi, and they actually got a chance here if they can get the ball across, but good defense by Mueller. Everybody gets back now off the foot of West, back to Hanchar, and he kicks it out. A little breakout situation there. The Mustangs kind of pushed everybody up. Not sure why they would do that. It's a minute and a half left. I think they're more interested in winning this game 4-0 than they are 5-1. But headed out by Mustangs defender, kicked in by Sheraton, and then kicked up and out by Dimitrov, and it's out, and we'll get a throw in for the Knights. Jonas Kai-Hai with the kick there and defended off. Kicked up by Evanson, deflected out by Kai-Hai over to Preston here. He'll try to head it, and then Bowers back behind there. And he gets another head. Jojo on pursuit here. The ball's just bouncing around. Preston, there you go, Jojo. Nice play, but off his foot. Throw in for the Knights. We're rolling under 1 minute, about 45 seconds. We'll see how close we are to the clock that we have and the clock that's on the wrist of the center ref. Evanson with it. Hanchar up, and he'll find Batal, and Batal will chip it up to Jonas. Jonas with a nice little chip. He'll have a chance here. Right at the goalie. Good play by Odegaard. And then Batal will boot it, and it's off the top of the crossbar. And while we're 20 seconds left, Batal had a really good chance. He had to put it up in the air to clear some players, but hits the bottom of the crossbar, and Odegaard picks it up. His kick is going to find the head of Preston. Good play by him. That was coming at us. Owens, Christensen, Rennie clears it out, and we're on our clock, 3-2-1-0, and we'll see when the center ref puts that whistle to his mouth, and this game should be over. And when that happens, Maranatha will go to 9-5. That'll drop the Nova Classical Knights down to 2-10-3. West blasts one up over the top of the goalie, and he's going to stop the clock, which can't have too much time on it. We thought we were doing a pretty good job of keeping the time here. To check in with our producer on that. There's got to be not much time left. Maranatha will go to 3-4 in conference. Nova will drop to 1, 5, and 1. I'm going to guess here after this ball gets kicked into play, he's going to kill it. Jonas taps it up. Let's see, West here. Let's not get a chance here for, oh, it's offsides. So this is going to be no goal here, but Grant still makes the play. But it was offsides anyway, and again, trying to figure out how much time is left. I don't know, maybe the referee forgot to start his clock up. And we'll have the free kick here by Grant Bennett. And again, we're just kind of in suspense here, waiting for that center ref to just simply put that whistle in his mouth and blow this game dead. Not sure what clock he's on. Maybe he thinks there's 45 minutes in this half. Jonas with the header up here. Doesn't even look like he's ready to call this game. Caleb for the Knights over to Peklo. Peklo puts it on his foot, and there's that whistle we were looking for. Probably a minute earlier, but that's okay. And another shutout here for Grant Bennett. Another win for Maranatha. It's 4-0, and another good evening after late afternoon. Again, Maranatha 4, Nova 0. And we'll see you again. This is Paul Bennett signing off. Mark Johnson on the camera. We'll see you later.